Okay, well, that's music in my head. Even if it's not playing it, I'm still dancing to it. So we're talking about leadership, and we're talking about how we can actually coin stories to change the mindset of people. And my guest was educating us on how we can use movies to educate people during an election year, right? Okay, so now let's continue. How else can we use movies, you know, to educate people? Because I'm asking this because most people have certain kind of movies that they watch. And so probably you have a great story, but not everybody's watching. And the people probably are watching or not watching are the people who really need it. So how do you propagate that gospel?
All right, so you see, in recent times, I get your question very well. In recent times, you see, the idea of entertainment has been shifted from just calling it entertainment to edutainment.
Edutainment, I like it.
Yeah, that it says it means that in entertainment you now educate people.
Yeah.
And if you say, how do we do it? You don't have any other way to do it than to keep doing it till it gets to the ears and eyes of the people that need to see and hear. Yeah, but all we have to do is to do what we need to do.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
Putting morals into movie is just the idea, because we don't make any movie to promote any vices. The main aim of movies is promoting virtues and helping people in every way, in little way you can help them.
I see.
Yeah, so every little way we try to educate people, we do so.
I see. That's really great. Tell me some of the challenges when it comes to producing movies in that light. I mean, because if we're talking about boyfriend, girlfriend, it's okay. They can kiss and then you cut and kiss again. I wish I would be in such a movie. Sorry, kiss, 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 cut, 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 cut.
So if you're interested, my director is in the house.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, Diza, please let me kiss and cut, kiss and cut. That is better. But this is where you're projecting a political story. How do you, do it? I mean, what are some of the challenges that you face just propagating that?
Yeah, you see, challenges in every business is constant. It's a key.
Yeah.
In everything, even in your job, there's a lot of challenges.
Yeah, very true.
And even also, there's a lot of challenges. But the major challenge we've been passing through, which is normal, is revenue. Now you talked about bringing information or education to the people. So there are a lot of people that don't watch the movies we produce presently. The main reason why some people don't watch our movies is they don't see the faces that they are used to. They want to see Vanessa, they want to see John Dumelo. You see, and we don't have the capacity to employ those hands at the moment. So we are always having that challenge of finance to bring in the faces which people want to see. Because if we involve you in our movie right now, other than the staffs in this company, there are not other people that will see your face on the billboard and will say, I want to see this movie. So we have challenge of revenue, trying to bring the faces people want to see. That's a major challenge. Then every other challenge still circle around the finance, because every challenge that one faces, when you have the finance, you can easily curb it. You see. Yeah. So the main challenge has been on that. Then talking about politics and infusing is sometimes sometimes a contrary decision to the management of our production, because we don't want to dabble into politics or topics or let's say areas that will bring questions to our table, like doing more than we should do. So we try to technically work within our pace and within the box of movie production, not diversing into politics and to begin to get questions.
But is that not the idea of telling a story?
Yes, that is the idea.
Should be, I mean, like for journalists, we're told to tell the story, even if it's going to take our lives.
Yes.
If we have to go wherever we have to go to get what we have to get.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, because what we tell the world is what they hear. So how it is that yours has to be skewed to suit you?
You just the example you made, your own working premises has its own regulation and ethics. I'm very sure you don't just do anything you just like to do.
That's very true.
Yeah. If you are conversant with the stories that are happening in Nigeria presently, there are some people that come on social media to just give information that are helpful to the people, but along the line, the government will begin to hunt on those people for bringing such information to the public. The information is there, but the person that brings it out to the public becomes a victim. So sometimes you have to just do what you are supposed to do and leave the one that you are not supposed to do.
So if I get that right, you don't have maybe the right protection, even from government, to do what you have to do?
Not me only. In Africa, anybody that is not in the system, in the government system, and you are doing something that tends to expose information or what is going on in the system, you will definitely become a victim and an enemy.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, let me take your thoughts on galamsey. It's something that's, I mean, everybody's talked about it. What's your take on it?
That's true. Galamsey, to me, is nothing far from the bunkri we have in Nigeria. Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, bunkri in Nigeria. So you already know about galamsey. So let me tell you about bunkri in Nigeria. It's just a similar case of the galamsey, but in Nigeria we have oil, we don't have gold. So I happen to even come from an area of the oil producing area. I saw bunkri in my very eyes before growing up.
So
but
how did they do it?
The difference between Nigeria and Ghana so far, from what I've heard and seen on TV, because I've not been to that area where the galamsey is going on, is that I see that it's very funny to see that foreigners are involved in an illegal activity in an area or in a country. Because for me, in Nigeria, where I come from, the bunkering that is done, which is illegal, tapping into pipelines, that is a vandalization of pipelines. Yeah. It's done by locals.
Yeah, indigenous.
Indigenous. It's done by indigenous. And if you get to these areas where it happens in Nigeria, the so-called indigenous that are involved in this job, you see the weight of what they are doing in them. Though they might not be presentable like the way you expect someone with such weight to be presented, but when you see them, you see that they are in weight because they vandalize these pipelines and they make arrangements to sell by themselves, and they receive the weight directly to themselves, to their pockets.
So it's showing like they're living the life. Yes,
it's showing in their life. Though you will still know that this thing is, anything illegal is completely wrong, and there's a lot of things that comes with it.
Yeah.
When you see the area, you see that it's a dilapidated area. Like you see the effect of the bunkering going on. But then when you see the young guys come out from that place, you see the cash in them, you see the wealth in them, though not the way it ought to be if it's properly regulated.
So let's just suppose it with Ghana's galamsey.
Okay, so in the case of Ghana galamsey, I'm very, very surprised because from what I've seen and heard, it's funny that a foreigner can come into someone's jurisdiction, and just because you are able to have some leaders at your part, on your part rather, you are able to convince some leaders onto your part, and then you can just go into their land and then vandalize their land just for mining illegally, and then causing the people in that area a lot of bad things. Like a lot of bad things. They complain of bad water, they complain of hardship, not finding job, health, and a lot of things. A lot of bad things can be associated to that area, which is, to me, is totally wrong.
Yeah.
It's totally wrong. And I think it would be in the best idea if the indigents in that place, they can just at least try and do something.
How would you use your craft? You're a storyteller, you're a movie actor. How would you use your craft to help these people who don't have the voice? Because you're on TV, lots of people are hearing you, and these people don't even speak your language. They don't even know what you're talking about. How would you use your craft to actually say something for the voiceless?
Yeah, for me, I would say this like a promise that in subsequent production we'll try and infuse it. But right now we haven't done anything. But to me, as a person, I will only urge the leaders in that area to try and be more concerned about their people, not about whatever a foreigner will be giving to you as a benefit, but be concerned about your people, not just your family, but the people that sometimes they say they are chiefs. So if you are a chief, you should be concerned about the people you are chiefing, not just concerned about your family or your pockets alone. Because it's so alarming that each time you hear people crying about this thing, crying and crying, and the country is just moving on like nothing is happening in that area.
That's right.
So definitely, I promise on live TV that we are going to shoot a production towards that direction, trying to send a message very sharp and very deep.
That would be great. Well, actors are almost always in groups and associations and all that. Do you think that during political years, you guys are being bought off or sold out, I mean, to the highest bidder to actually sell their motives rather than the right thing to be sold?
Yeah, of course. That has always been the system in Africa. Anywhere you see it, it's not happening for the first time. There was someone talking on TV some days ago. I was listening. He said, no one should be expecting to find a better life or a better government. It only gets worse. So you just have to be stronger and smarter and be able to overcome the challenges that are coming forth. The next government cannot be better than the one we had, just like this one is not better than the previous.
So it
doesn't
mean that there's no hope. You don't even see that there's any hope.
No, it only gets worse. That is why every one of us, there are people going to school right now, learning on how to improve system, because systems are going, they are definitely going to be going worse. So we need more hands to improve, need more minds, more ideas to improve. So we just have to be stronger.
I see. So should MPP come right now, or NDC, and say that I'm giving you $30,000, do a movie that, you know, promotes my ideas, my party, or maybe the GTP by Afafranto. I mean, do stuff that promotes my agenda and actually vandalize the other ideas or bastardize the ideas. Would you do it?
I, for one, personally, I will not take such an offer.
Why?
But just, no, for my personal reasons. But just like you said earlier, I for one, I don't work alone. I have a group. I have a production company.
But you'll be a part of the team that will take the money.
Yes, I'm part of the team. So now in a situation where, I'm trying to tell you the situation of Africa, the situation we find ourselves. If we find ourselves in such situation, me, for example, I might not want to key into that idea. But not keying into that idea does not totally kill that idea, because I'm not working alone. Okay. So there are a lot of people that are the same way. There's a kind of idea that might come on table, and other persons, they are not interested. I can stand on my ground and say, Charlie, if you say you are not in this project, as far as I'm concerned, this project must come to pass. So in a situation where one political party comes to our table and say, we want you to promote our party for the election and all of that, and I say, Charlie, me, Sammy, I will not, as far as I'm concerned, I've not seen anything that this MPP have done that will make me now to begin to.
But someone else will
to put in. I say, Charlie, but it's not about what they have done, it's about what they are paying us for this job. I say, me, for example, I cannot take it. I will not take it. So if you know you want to go ahead, definitely there will be people that will go ahead for it, and the thing will always still come to a pass.
And what would be your advice to such persons in your industry?
Well, such persons, my only advice is the advice I will advise is the advice that every elderly person has been advising all of us growing up, that do what is right. That is what we are still telling the politicians, telling the leaders, do what is right. So if I decide to do something that is right in my own opinion, and another person says, oh, I will do it, the same thing I will still tell the person, try and do what is right. It might not have the effect on you right now, but just know that what you are doing is wrong, and everything that is wrong, the effect will come. It will definitely come. Yeah. My pastor was preaching some days ago in the church. He said, somebody will be living a good life, whereas the person that is living a good life, the parents were very bad in the past. Possibly the father is even a ritualist that have killed people. The person you killed, their children suffered. Yeah. Because their father was not there to take care of them. The children suffered all through. And then the ritualist children were enjoying. Do you just think that it will just continue like that? Then the person that just died, the children will just suffer like that. Then the ritualist children will just... It cannot work like that. It will always come to that...
There's a point of karma.
Karma. Nemesis, judgment. So having that in the back of the mind is why people do what is right when they do the right things.
I see. Well, you heard the good man. He says to do what is right. What is the right thing? The right thing is to actually protect your environment, protect your country, protect the next person, because it's only Ghana that we have. And after this election, we still will have Ghana. Even if there's no political party, there still will be Ghanaians. And so you should protect your environment. I love this conversation. Thank you so much.
Here.
Let me take your last words and then we can go.
Okay, my last word is please, the election is around the corner. And I urge all Ghanaians and all eligible voters come out and vote when it is time to vote. And please do it peacefully, because we have only one Ghana. We want it to be peaceful to the end. And also to the young ones, try and always involve in something. Idleness is the bet of every vices and evil. Idleness, it starts from being idle. So our production are open for auditions. You can take you if you don't have a job, come and act, so that your mind will be filled with something. So
that's great. That's
and also
great.
my social handle.
Okay.
Sammy D Mechanic. I'm Sammy D Mechanic in all social media.
I see. What
Facebook.
are you mechanicing?
That is the comic part of my job.
I see. Yeah. Wow, amazing. I would love to see maybe some videos like that. So we'll check you out. Right. Sammy the Mechanic. Yeah. All right, so you heard Sammy the Mechanic. He says that don't be idle, because that is the root of all vices. Let's start off with some birthdays, shall we? We have just one birthday today, but it's a very beautiful lady, Ohima Bianca. So happy birthday to you, Ohima Bianca. Be happy. Today is the day you were brought into this world to be a blessing and an inspiration to the people around you. You are a wonderful person. May you be given more birthdays to fulfill all your dreams. Happy birthday, sweetheart. May you be blessed from... this is from Bra Okono Miyaki. Oko, you didn't put the picture there, but I see she's a pretty lady. Put her hand on the waist, looking all nice and gorgeous. All right, people, this is what we do the curses for today. It's been Tuesday, and I know that the week is now starting, but let's look around and see what we're going to be getting from Parliament today concerning all the issues that have been affecting this country. Like we always say, it's only one Ghana, so even if you're going to vote, make sure that you're not voting violently. Do it in peace, because all we want is one Ghana. We'll see you tomorrow for the Breakfast Live Show.
People who you are not who you say you are. Every spirit that is not of God in your life be loosened. All the stronghold of the evil spirit be loosened in your life.
This is a sign that must be with you everywhere you go for identification of our own.
For wages of sin is death.